Don't just watch this story, experience it. If you have headphones, put them on now. Close your eyes and focus only on my voice. But remember, what you imagine might not leave you, even after the story ends. Tonight's video has 2 separate horror stories. Each one is darker than the last. Listen to the first till the end, because the second story begins when you think the fear is over. Now, let's begin with story 1. The road disappeared into fog, not slowly, but all at once. 1 second, Aaron could see the mountain highway stretching ahead. The next, it was swallowed by thick white mist, as if the night itself had decided to close in. It was 12:32 a.m. Aaron tightened his grip on the steering wheel. "We should have reached the cabin by now," he said. Nina didn't answer. She was staring at her phone, watching the signal bars flicker between 1 and none. "I don't like this place," she finally said. "It feels wrong." The car was the only sound for miles. No other headlights, no houses, no wind, just the low hum of the engine and the faint click of the turn signal. Aaron's phone was mounted on the dashboard, Google Maps glowing softly, then it vibrated. "A faster route is available. Save 12 minutes. Aaron hesitated. The main road was long and winding. The shortcut promised a straight line through the forest. "Should we?" he asked. Nina shrugged. "It's late. Let's just get there." Aaron tapped yes. The map rerouted instantly. The turn came without warning. No sign, no markings, just a narrow road breaking off into the tree. As the car turned, the temperature dropped. Aaron noticed his breath fogging the windshield from the inside. "That's weird," Nina said quietly. "It wasn't this cold before." Aaron glanced at the map. The road they were on appeared faded. Not blue, but gray, like a suggestion instead of a real plate. "Probably a glitch," he muttered, though his stomach tightened. The trees grew closer together, their branches leaning inward, blocking the moonlight. Then the phone spoke. "You have arrived at your destination." Aaron slammed the brake. The car skidded to a stop. They stared ahead. There was nothing. No cabin, no lights, no clearing, just endless forest. Nina laughed nervously. "Okay. That's not funny." Aaron refreshed the map. Destination confirmed. Her laughter died. Nina's phone buzzed in her hand. The screen lit up. Camera mode. Front-facing. Recording. "I didn't press anything," she whispered. On the screen, they saw themselves sitting in the car, pale and tired. And behind them, something else. A tall, dark shape stood just beyond the rear window, still and watching. Nina spun around. The back seat was empty. She looked back at the phone. The shape was closer now. She dropped the phone with a gasp. The recording didn't stop. Aaron reopened map. A second blue dot appeared directly behind their car. It moved when they moved, stopped when they stopped. Distance, 0.0 miles. "That's not possible," Aaron said. Nina leaned closer to the screen. "That dot is following us." Aaron pressed the accelerator. The car lurched forward, racing down the narrow road. The second dot stayed locked behind them, perfectly. The navigation spoke again. "Turning back is not recommended." But the voice wasn't robotic. It was calm and familiar. Nina's blood ran cold. "That sounded like you," Aaron swallowed. "I didn't say anything." The phone continued. "You have taken this route before." Nina shook her head violently. "No. We haven't." The screen flickered. Memory mismatch detected. Without warning, Aaron's phone exited map. The gallery opened. A single image filled the screen. A crushed car, twisted metal, blood on the asphalt, police lights bleeding red and blue into the fog. Timestamp, 2 years ago, 12:47 a.m. Location, this road. Nina's chest tightened. "Aaron, that's our car." His hands began to shake. Fragments rushed back. Headlights, a screen. The sickening sound of metal folding, then darkness. "I don't remember leaving the hospital," he whispered. The phone vibrated violently. Live memory playback initiated. A video began to play. Their car swerved. The guardrail rushed toward them. Nina screamed his name, and in the present, she screamed it again. The video and reality were perfectly synced. Every movement and every sound as if time had folded in on itself. Flashing lights appeared ahead. A police van sat crooked on the shoulder, rusted and abandoned. Beside it stood a bent metal sign, "Accident Zone." The engine began to slow on its own. Aaron's phone spoke softly. "Last known location restored." Nina's eyes filled with tears. "Are we dead?" Aaron stared at the road. "No," he said slowly. "We never left." The second blue dot merged with theirs. The map zoomed in and locked. Aaron looked at the windshield. Their reflection stared back at them, but in the glass they were broken, bloody, lifeless. Only the reflection. The phone displayed one final message. "Location services remain active. Memory loop stable." Nina reached for Aaron's hand. He couldn't feel it. The car rolled forward by itself, back to the exact point of impact. The time on the phone read 12:47 a.m. The engine cut off. The screen went black. Then one last notification appeared. Last location is on. Forever. Somewhere in the fog, an engine started again. Do not look back. The sign stood in the middle of the forest trail, old and rusted, barely held upright by two broken poles. Do not look back. Evan laughed when he saw it and pulled out his phone to take a picture. Every horror movie ever, he said. Maya didn't laugh. She stopped walking. Why would someone put that here? She asked. They were on a weekend trip, hiking a forest trail recommended by a local guide. The man had hesitated before pointing them toward this path and had said only one thing: stay on the trail. And whatever you hear, don't turn around. Evan had thought it was a joke. Now, standing in front of the sign, Maya felt something tighten in her chest. Let's go back, she said. Evan shook his head. It's just a trail. Probably some old prank. He stepped past the sign. After a moment, Maya followed. The forest swallowed them almost immediately. The trees grew closer together, their branches twisting overhead and blocking the sunlight. The air felt colder, heavier. Their footsteps echoed too loudly. After a minute, Maya realized something was wrong. I don't hear birds, she whispered. Evan stopped. She was right. No insects, no wind, just their breathing. Then a crunch sounded behind them. Evan turned instantly. Hello? There was nothing. The trail behind them was empty. Maya grabbed his arm. You weren't supposed to look back. Evan laughed, but his voice was weaker. Relax. They kept walking. The trail felt longer than it should have been. Evan checked his phone. No signal. No GPS, just a spinning icon. Another crunch echoed, closer this time. Maya's heart raced. Someone's following us. Evan clenched his jaw. We're imagining it. Crunch. This time it sounded exactly like Evan's footsteps. Same rhythm, same weight. Maya whispered, it's copying us. Evan stopped walking. The footsteps stopped too. Silence stretched. Don't turn around, Maya said quickly. They stood there, counting their breaths. Then Evan turned. There was no one there, but the forest behind them looked wrong. The trees were closer, the path narrower, like the space itself had shifted. Evan swallowed. Okay, that's weird. They walked faster. The sign appeared again ahead of them. Do not look back. Maya froze. That's the same sign. Evan shook his head. That's not possible. But it was the same. Down to the rust and the scrap on the letter K. They were looping. Crunch, crunch. The footsteps were directly behind them now. Maya felt warm breath on her neck. Evan, she whispered. It's right there. Don't turn around, he said, his voice shaking. No matter what, a voice spoke from behind them. Maya, it sounded exactly like Evan. Her blood turned cold. That's not you, she said. The voice chuckled softly. Why won't you look at me? The trail suddenly split into two paths. No signs, no markings, only the rule echoing in Maya's mind. Do not look back. They chose the left path. Instantly, the forest grew darker. The air felt heavier. Maya noticed something horrifying. Evan's shadow didn't match his movement. When he stopped, the shadow took one extra step. When he walked, it lagged behind. Evan, she whispered. Your shadow. He looked down. His shadow was facing the wrong direction. It was facing behind them. The footsteps stopped. The forest went completely silent. Then Evan felt a hand touch his shoulder. He didn't turn. The hand tightened. A whisper filled his ear. If you look back, she lives. At the same time, another whisper reached Maya. If you look back, he stays. They stopped walking, both breathing hard. What did it say to you? Maya asked. Evan didn't answer. The hand tightened again. Evan, Maya cried. What did it say? He finally spoke. It said if I look back, you'll be safe. Maya shook her head. It's lying. Another voice spoke, this time sounding exactly like Maya right behind Evan. I'm scared. Please look at me. Evan closed his eye. The forest creaked like something stretching. The sign appeared again in front of them. Do not look back. Maya felt something brush her hair. She screamed, but didn't turn. I can't do this anymore, she sobbed. I feel it touching me. Evan's vision blurred. The whispers grew louder. You already looked once. You don't remember? A flash hit Evan's mind. Him turning earlier. Just once. The forest shifting. Something attaching itself. He realized the truth. It didn't follow you unless you looked. He opened his eyes slowly. Maya, he said quietly. I already broke the rule. Her breathing stopped. What? That thing? It's been using me. The footsteps began again, but now they were in front of them. A shape formed in the darkness, tall and wrong. It wore Evan's face. Don't look at it, Maya screamed. The thing smiled. If she looks back, it said, you go free. Maya squeezed her eyes shut. Evan turned to her one last time. Don't ever turn around, he said. Then he looked back. The forest screamed. Maya felt the air snap. Silence followed. When shy,